Hello, my dear friends. Friends, I am Jyotirvid Pavan Kumar. Friends, this video is my humble effort to make you realize your true nature, who you are in reality. The truth is, you are neither this body, physical body, nor your mind. And all the troubles, worldly troubles, sorrow, suffering, pain, is either in the body, physical body, or in the mind. And if you realize the truth about your true identity, who you are, then gradually you will overcome suffering, sorrow. Sorrow, suffering, disease is even experienced by saints, enlightened persons, but they are in a state where they have realized that they are neither the body nor the mind. They are pure consciousness. So they are able to distance their true self from this gross physical body and mind. So they don't get upset by sorrow, suffering, disease, etc. They rise to that high state of consciousness. You can do that as well. A little technique. Just spend 10 minutes at least a day. You can, even if you are really busy in life. You can spare 10 minutes because it is going to give you tremendous benefits. Not only in your spiritual development, not a bigger step towards enlightenment, but also in your worldly success, enjoyment, happiness. Because you will be able to distance yourself from worldly troubles. Still living in this world, you don't have to leave this world. Do whatever you are doing to earn money, earn your livelihood, but you will be able to live in your true nature, and then you won't be depressed or sad under unfavorable circumstances, and you will know that you are just witnessing and learning. So my dear friends, general view among people is that we are this physical body and we are trying to have spiritual experiences through meditation and other yogic techniques. But the truth is, we are already spiritual beings, because inside this physical body there are two subtle bodies: astral body, in Sanskrit Sukshma Sharira, and causal body, in Sanskrit Karan Sharira. So all these three bodies, physical, astral and causal, they are joined with the overself or the soul. So we are already a spiritual being and having physical experiences, learning through physical experiences in this world. Now, in order to do this technique, you must understand the basic principle that the seer and the seen are different. Your eyes are the seer, and whatever you are looking around in this world is the seen. Seer and seen cannot be same. They are different. Similarly, experiencer and whatever you are experiencing, they cannot be the same. If you are experiencing something, then the object which is being experienced and you, the experiencer, are different. They cannot be same. This you must keep in your mind, the difference, right? Now let us start with the physical body. Are you this physical body? Is this gross physical body your true identity? Does your body change? Yes, of course. You were a small child, then you grew up. So body has changed a lot depending upon in what age you are at present. There's a lot of difference. Body grows and your appearance also changes a lot. So, but you are aware of all the different states of your physical body. So you are the same who is witnessing, who is conscious of the different states of your body. But your body is changing. So that which is experiencing the different states of your body cannot be your body. So you are different. You are witnessing. You are not this physical body. Physical body has different limbs. Inside the body, so many things, chemicals, fluids, blood, so many things, trillions of cells. But you, the experiencer, are one. You say, this is my body. I am this body. You say that. That means you are one. And body has many components. Right? So you are not this physical body. You are experiencing this physical body. You are seeing with your eyes, and your eyes are the seer. And whatever you are looking around, the scene, that is different. Seer and seen cannot be same. But whatever you are looking with your eyes, your mind is deciphering what you are looking, all the images. So, in other words, your mind becomes the seer because your eyes also change. Your eyesight changes. You may have trouble in your eyes. So in one sense, your eyes also become seen and your mind is the seer. Now let us come to your mind. Are you your mind? Does your mind change? Yes. Sometimes you feel happy. Sometimes you feel sad, depressed. So there are different states of mind. But what is that which is making you aware of the different states of mind? It cannot be mind itself. So you are different from your mind. You are not this mind also. Now when you fall asleep, you see dreams. But when you wake up, you know a lot of the dreams you remember. So what was it which in the dream state your conscious mind was shut? It was not working at that time. But you were conscious, still conscious in that state, dream state. And then sometimes you have deep sleep. You say that I slept very soundly, I had a sound sleep. And some people say that I slept like a log, which means deep, dreamless sleep, no dreams. But still on waking, you are aware that you didn't have any dreams. You had a very sound sleep. So that means even in that deep sleep, dreamless state, there was something which was witnessing that state. So you are that. That is the consciousness, pure consciousness, which is not your body, not your mind. Right? Is that enough to convince you that you are neither your body nor your mind? Because both these are objects, right? And there is something which is witnessing different states of body and mind. Now, if you practice this every day, along with your spiritual study, meditation, etc., it will help you. And sooner or later, this knowledge about your true identity, that you are neither this body nor mind, will sink into your subconscious mind, and that will be, this information will get realized. and gradually you will be going near and near your enlightened state. Now, there can be a trap. You say, I'm miserable sometimes during, unfavorable circumstances, or something happens bad. You say, I am miserable. Are you miserable? No. You are aware of the misery which may be in your body or mind. So if you realize that, then you may say that, yes, I have realized I am not miserable. I am just witnessing my state of misery. So I am peaceful. But again, that is a trap. Again, that is whatever is experiencing that peace, maybe your mind. So don't hold on to that. Even in your peaceful state, know that you are witnessing this state of peace also. You are not peace, but you are witness of this peaceful state. So then you will be able to separate your true identity, which is pure consciousness, from mind and body. Because if you hold on to your mind, mind is never the same. It keeps changing. But if you are able to separate yourself from your mind as well as your body, in whatever state you are, whether there is misery or whether there is peace, you are witness consciousness, and that is your true self. That is what the Vedas say. Our true identity is Sat Chit Anand, existence or truth, consciousness and bliss. I hope this information will help you in your pursuit of truth, in your efforts towards self-realization. If you have any questions regarding this topic, you are most welcome. Thank you for watching.